Hello everyone and welcome to episode 5 of the 82nd Academy Awards video coverage. And today's first category is Best Original Song. It's kind of weird because occasionally there will be songs that I really like and there'll be songs in which I really question as to why they won in the first place. The nominees are T-Bone Burnett and Ryan Bingham for The Weird Kind from the movie Crazy Heart, Reinhard Wagner and Frank Thomas for the song Loin de Panem for Faubourg 36, Maury Yeston for the song Take It Off for the movie 9, and Randy Newman for two songs, Almost There and Down in New Orleans for the movie The Princess and the Frog. First of all, I looked it up on IMDb and Randy Newman is the Meryl Streep of music in films. He has been nominated I think about 10 times. He has won I think once or twice, and I kid you not, almost, not all, but almost all of these songs sound similar in terms of their tone and their mood and their feeling. I kid you not. Now, I've listened to all of these songs, The Weird Kind for Crazy Heart being the only nominee from the Golden Globes that passed on to the Oscars. All of the other songs are completely different, and all of the songs from the Golden Globes category for Best Original Song were completely snubbed, which took me majorly by surprise. And my pick is going to have to go for Loin de Panem for Faubourg 36 and Almost There for The Princess and the Frog, because those two songs are one of the very few songs that, even though I want something upbeat and rockin' and awesome, these are one of the very few songs in which they'll make me go. Frankly, however, I do not think that's going to be the case, because I think who is going to win will have to be T-Bone Burnett and Ryan Bingham for The Weird Kind for Crazy Heart. Again, much like other categories that I've said before, the Academy is a sucker for these kinds of songs, mostly for a song about a film about a country singer. So I really do believe that song is going to win. Nonetheless, he has won, that guy, the creators of the song as well as the song itself, has won numerous awards. They won the Golden Globe, and I really do believe it's going to win for that. Next category is Best Film Editing, which is yet another favorite of mine. And the nominees are Avatar, District 9, The Hurt Locker, Inglourious Basterds, and Precious. Really surprised that Precious made it onto this category. I didn't figure it would get nominated for editing. And once again, just like I have done with previous categories, I don't know how many times I have done this, but my pick is once again The Hurt Locker and Inglourious Basterds. Really loved, there's a scene in The Hurt Locker, without giving away too much, there is a scene in which the protagonist is running through, I guess you can call it downtown Iraq. And obviously he is an outcast in that whole area because he is a U.S. soldier and he's surrounded by a bunch of Iraqis. Not saying that that's a bad thing, but everybody's looking at him, like, what is he going to do? Is he going to kill somebody? Is he going to do something? And he's kind of looking at them the same exact way. And he's running. He covers himself with his hoodie in order to, for people not to see him. And the editing in that scene just makes it all the more intense and, I don't know why, but I want to say fragile. It cuts to something really random and people looking at him and then him. That scene alone is probably what defined mostly the editing in that film, and I really credit them for that. As well as Inglourious Basterds, I really loved how they used the editing to tell the story of the movie. I really loved how there were times where you couldn't really tell if they were cutting to a flashback, like they cut to a flashback, but it isn't until like a second or two that go by where you realize, oh, this already happened, but we're finding something new about this character. And then right when you're getting into the flashback, it immediately cuts back to the present time. Kind of like somebody snaps their fingers right in front of you saying, wake up whenever you're daydreaming, in class or something. That's how the editing does every now and then in the film, and I really love that about that. And let's be real here, if Avatar wins Best Editing, that's yet another credit for James Cameron, because James Cameron happens to be one of the editors credited for Best Film Editing as well. Not that I have anything against James Cameron, it's just that he's already won too many damn Oscars. And now the last category for tonight is Best Performance by an Actor in a Leading Role. And the nominees are Jeff Bridges for Crazy Heart, George Clooney for Up in the Air, Colin Firth for A Single Man, Morgan Freeman for Invictus, and Jeremy Renner for The Hurt Locker. Now, as great as Jeremy Renner was in The Hurt Locker, and as great as I think Colin Firth probably was in A Single Man, as I have not seen that film yet, I really do not believe they're going to win, because these two films, The Hurt Locker and A Single Man, are the films that have brought Colin Firth and Jeremy Renner, up in the air, no pun intended, and they're going to move on from here on out. This nominee is going to push them to stardom, and they're going to be, take on greater, bigger roles and hopefully garner their Oscar wins. Whereas Morgan Freeman, even though his portrayal of Nelson Mandela was spot on, it was boring. It wasn't really moving. And once again, George Clooney. George Clooney. Now, in no way, shape, or form am I saying George Clooney sucks. He is a great actor. It's just that, much like almost every single thing that everybody has said about George Clooney in terms of getting nominated for an Oscar, same character every time. Even when he's not being a womanizer and he's being like a detective, or he's being, whatever type of role he plays in this film up in the air, even though he was great, he still tries to handle things like, like they say, it's the same type of character where he acts all smooth and, charismatic. In my opinion, the only role that he has played that is completely different than whatever else he has done happens to be the character that won him the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor, and that is obviously, I think his name was Bob Barnes in Syriana. He was great in that movie, and he blended in very well. It wasn't the same character he has played, much like here or in Michael Clayton or in Batman and Robin. My pick will have to be Jeff Bridges for Crazy Heart. Jeff Bridges is great, and him winning would finally be like, hallelujah. This guy has got to be one of the most underrated actors of all time. He has even been snubbed in nomination for roles that he deserved the nomination. One of the films that comes to mind is a film called Fearless, in which he plays a man that gets possessed by God and he does good deeds through him. And that's one of the performances in which he was totally neglected by the Academy. He has been nominated 4 times for Best Actor in a Leading Role. Never won. Him winning here would be a Cinderella story. So Jeremy Renner is the long shot, alright? Even though I really, really do not expect him to win, I wouldn't be upset if he does. So that's it for today's episode of the 82nd Academy Awards coverage. Before I wrap up, however, I do want to talk about something. Why in the hell are we having people like Miley Cyrus, Zac Efron, and Taylor Lautner as presenters at the Academy Awards ceremony? Now, I do not blame the Academy. I'm not saying the Academy sucks for this. I understand that they're trying to get a much more broader audience to bring in teens in, so they have to have these people to be presenting at Oscars at the, Oscar ceremony. That is okay. What is not okay is whether or not they're going to present it in a very fashionable and elegant way like all of the presenters have done so far throughout Oscar history. If they're going to be presenting awards, I want them to sit them down in front of a computer, go to, and go on YouTube and find videos of previous presenters, announcing the awards to the winners, and see how they do it. There is actually the Academy has a YouTube channel in which they have a bunch of videos of past winners. They should take them and have them watch those videos. I don't want Taylor Lautner going up on stage and saying, "And the Oscar goes to my gazillion abs." No. Thank you guys for watching.